Well, it's been pretty good being Andrew
I'm still really enjoying being Josh.
together. I
We
think you could
are
say we could have a good time being
dads who
who who's
swing through life.
just going. Now we were chatting, running. Josh is running the winter. I'm running in sunny Florida right now.
Yeah, I don't know how that. I feel like I may have got the short end of that straw.
If it makes you feel better, my Achilles is really hurting.
It's yeah, thank you. That does help. It's funny. Whatever about running and like tonight, like I just said, it's like -5. It's 20-kilometer winds. It just snowed, so you got snow blowing all around you. And I mean, we made a joke about the run you did this morning being like Rocky and Apollo, right, from Rocky 3. But that's literally, I'll picture myself running through like the Philadelphia streets in the morning, like I'm Rocky from Rocky 1, just out there, me versus the world, right? Or just channeling your inner David Goggins just to try and make yourself not feel lonely out there.
I needed to channel David and Rocky just to get home after I dropped people off at the conference hotel because yeah, like I said, the Achilles is hurting, but you sometimes you just got to trick yourself, right? I think that's what you're getting at. You just got to pretend you are something you're not currently feeling in the moment, and just get it done. Just figure it out, bro.
Yeah. Honestly, and it's funny because people always talk to you, like, oh, how do you have the ability to wake up so early if you're going to bed later? There's no like science behind it. You just do it, right? Just your alarm goes
You,
off, you just have to make a movement.
yeah, I mean, last night I felt I think I got back to the hotel early enough to FaceTime my family and recap the day in the little corporate CRM I have, and then it's like 8:30. I'm like, wow, I can go to bed right now, but instead I turned on the college football game, stayed up to midnight.
That was awesome.
Alarm goes off about 5. Yeah, no, it's great move, Andrew. That those 4.5 hours are definitely what you needed to be
Yeah, you
doing
really
instead of sleeping.
really thought that one through for yourself, eh?
And then what? To my point there, to your point there, Josh, is like my alarm goes off, and I'm like, you feel like crap, but just put your shoes on, go down to the gym,
Just gonna do it.
and then make your way over. Yeah, just gotta do it. And so once I was in the gym, I was like, fine. I was just doing nothing crazy. Again, just my little travel like light. They had a cable machine, so I'm just doing a bunch of rows and flies on the cable machine for like 15 minutes, and then got the running, and I feel way better, like way better than if I just would have set the alarm till 6 or something, right? So
Well, that's the thing, like, and
you got
honestly, how much more awake are you gonna feel if you slept those extra, however it was, right? Like,
it's not going to be a good sleep.
no, and then your day's not gonna be that great either because you're the whole time you're like, I am worthless. Why didn't I get up and do that?
I should have woke up and just kind of moved around a little bit. Um, One weird thing I do. So you pretend to be Rocky, which at least is like a person. Um, my son's really into being different animals.
I
Like
like
he
this.
likes to pretend he's a wolf. He's a baby wolf.
Okay.
I didn't realize I forgot how much I like to pretend to be an animal too. So sometimes, like if I want to go do something, I'm like, okay, what would a tiger do?
Nice.
Gotta be a tiger, man. You know what else I really like? I had something about big cats. What would like a black panther do, or a
Oh, buddy.
jaguar,
Yeah,
right? So
Jaguars, just lethal, lethal.
I don't really care to be the lion, but the jaguars and the tigers and Black
I
Panther,
always,
they
it's
get
actually
me.
hilarious that you bring up like Jaguars or Black Panthers because I always used to joke with buddies that who wants to be like the shredded lion? Why you'd want to be like the lethal, deadly like Black Panther, like just absolute functionality. Do whatever the task is, get it done
Yeah,
and gone.
yeah. Climb a tree, hunt something big. Maybe there's something there about like going solo too, because lions are still like kind of pack animals, right?
Yeah,
But you don't see, dude, a pack of panthers would be crazy to find.
I would be terrified, just absolutely terrified, man. I don't know.
That's
Maybe
it.
it's I think it's one of those things that when you're doing things alone, like you said yourself, you just have to trick yourself into thinking whatever it is, right? Like is about there running in like the -10 or -20 some days. It's like, diamonds aren't forged in soft times lying on the beach or something, right? Like you need to have the adverse conditions in the pressure cooker. Really just running in
And
the cold.
And I guess if you like put that out into a group, when you're trying to rally the troops,
Yeah.
I think I think at that point though, you can no longer pretend to be Panthers. You would have to be a pack of Lions
You
because
have to be here.
if you said, "Hey, let's be a pack of Panthers," it would be like, "You idiot! They don't go in packs."
Yeah, who's this guy? Like, when's the last time you read a zoo book? But here's the thing: how many times are male lions together? So there's one male lion, and the rest of them are all lionesses that do all the work, right? So
That's that's fair. I don't know. I think you're right, but that could be yeah, that could be right too. So I don't know. Maybe that's probably where you transition to wolves.
you'd have to. The wolf pack.
Yeah, the wolf pack.
Yeah, but then there goes the part where it's that they always say combined misery builds camaraderie, right? So that's when you're like amping up the suck level that you're embracing.
Yeah, yeah. I was
Yeah,
like, hey, we'll get through for a wolf pack.
yeah, we're in the wolf pack right now.
Yeah. Speaking of kids, you wanted to talk about bedtime. Now,
I
is it
do.
the whole circus involved in bedtime, or is it just like once the lights go out?
No, once the lights go out, that's like the easy part, right? I don't know about you though. I shouldn't say the easy part because I'm sure like any other dad out there, anyone that's tuning in with us here, chiming in, I have a hard time staying awake once the lights go out, and I'm after reading a book and laying in bed with our daughter, and the next thing you know, you look at your watch and it's been like half an hour, and you're like, oh no, all of my motivation to get all these things done around the house afterwards gone.
Yeah, you have to get those things done before bedtime because too often I'll succumb to the sound of the white noise
That's a dad
and
thing, I think.
wake up an hour or 2 hours later and it's like, oh yeah, never mind, that's not getting done today. So get done what you need to get done between supper and the routine, and then anything extra. Hopefully, whoever's not doing the bedtime can help and get it done. But otherwise, yeah, if you need to get it done, you need to get it done earlier.
But it's hilarious because you and I were chatting. It's like bedtime can. It's really one of two ways, right? Like it's either going to go really well and smooth, or it's just going to be absolute pandemonium mayhem, right? And there's, like you said, there's absolutely no reason for it to go either way. It's just like your kid just decides, hey, today is not going to be a good day for you putting me down, and I don't know why, but I'm going to fight it.
Sometimes what happens at bedtime, it doesn't even matter what precedes it, too, right? Like you could have something like a hard day, like they've been out all day, they're just super gassed, and you're like, oh, they'll fall asleep. One of the favorite lines I like to hear from older people is like, oh, that'll help them sleep tonight, and it's like, no, it won't. It doesn't matter what happens today because sometimes it should, and I get it. You're probably on the right track, but they might just be up for 2 hours, right? So they could have a hard day and not sleep. They could have a great day and fall asleep right away. Like it doesn't really matter, but what's your routine? Like how do you get started? How do you start winding down the night?
So like in an absolute perfect setting, perfect world, or just okay. So an absolute perfect one is after dinner we cleaning up, we're winding down, maybe playing a game of Go Fish or something, right? Once the dinner's put away, or just watching one show, watch like Bluey or Spidey and Friends type thing. Maybe not Spidey and Friends. Yeah, I might jack her up to want to play superheroes. Bath, goes in, has a bath, washes the hair, and nice and warm. Get out of there, towel off, put on some nice warm jammies, lay down and read two books, and then turn out the main light, and then just have a chat about the day. And then normally, will instantly she'll fall asleep. Like she is good at falling asleep, but that's an ideal world, and that doesn't happen all the time. And it's funny because it's like I don't know if you're the same way, but if you miss the tired window, it seems by like minutes, even like one hand of minutes, you're it's not going to go well for you. It's going to be absolute like hyperactivity, or hey, now we're going to fight. Or my favorite is I'm too tired to close my eyes. I love that one. I absolutely love it where it's like I can't sleep. I'm too tired to close my eyes. And it's funny when you try and talk to you try and convince a toddler or a child now that like to fall asleep you have to pretend to be sleeping, right? Because
Do
really when you
you
think about it, that's what you do, right?
do you ever just say, "Hey, I'm trying to sleep"? Like sometimes I'll if I'm running into like that's one of my plays is
Yeah.
I'm just hey man I'm just trying to sleep right now.
Yeah, that'll work. Is like I'm just trying to sleep. I'm just gonna roll to the side, and if you want to like get cozy or warm, you can just like cuddle in or lay against my back, and sometimes that'll work. The
Mm.
or like the classic just ignoring and just pretending you're sleeping. It'll go from like joking around, and then like she'll get super frustrated and angry that I'm not responding, and then eventually she'll just fall asleep sometimes.
Mm.
How about you? What do you got? What is your ideal? Because you're in a different boat, right? Because you have multiple kids.
Yeah, I mean, ideal world, different time, different seasons, right? So like usually in the summers, like we'll go for a night walk, and that's just kind of a nice way to like get out, burn off any steam or digest what we just had, and yeah, you're just having a nice evening. Then there's sometimes a bath sprinkled in. Then a little bit of playtime in upstairs, like in one of the kids' rooms, or just kind of all over the upstairs area. Then my daughter will usually go down, and my wife will put her down. So then me and my son go downstairs, and it's usually something he gets some one-on-one time or some one-on-two time, which he loves. Right? I think they're both different kids when they're one-on-two, as opposed to like splitting attention between both parents or just one parent.
Hmm.
And it's really cool to see. So it's really nice to have like an hour and a half sometimes with him every night, just him and I, and we'll do like whatever he's into. So it's trucks or it's science table or whatever. And yeah, we'll do some books. And then we'll go upstairs. But yeah, like I was saying, there's never any rhyme or reason to how the night goes. And sometimes it can be 10 minutes and he's out. And then sometimes my wife will, if she's putting him down, she's like texting me at 10. She's like, he's still wired. I'm
Oh,
like, yeah.
it's just a sickening feeling, especially like when she's school age, because you just know no one's enjoying their day tomorrow. That's like the worst part about it. Or I guess it's even worse for your wife now, right? Or and you when you guys are home during the week, because it's like, yeah, if he's up at 10, and I don't know what your kids are like, but I found with my daughter, the later she's up, the earlier she's waking up, and I don't know if that's just to punish us, but it works.
The sleep coaches out there for sure know why, or they'll tell us they know why. But yeah, it doesn't make it the logical sense that they'd be going to bed at 10 and wake up at 5. Sometimes we're lucky. We find more it's like how long he'll sleep in until, and since we're not in a rush, we can let him go till 8 or whatever. But yeah, like if you're cutting that sleep back, then you're gonna know it's gonna be a bad day.
Just because you're thinking about what the morning's gonna look like, and you're like, okay, so cool. Like normally we'll start waking up like quarter after 6, and then dress by 6:20, and then eating by 6:30, and then try to get teeth brushed by 7, and then with door by 7:20. You're like, this is just gonna be absolutely so much fun with a toddler or a child who's only slept like 7 hours or 8 hours, and I'm a great parent right now for this.
Everything's gonna take so much longer, right? I think like for us when we go for walks in the winter, it takes 15 minutes to get everyone bundled up because you got to start with like we call it like the warms, and it's really like the sweaters and the sweatpants kind of thing under the snowsuits. And then you've got to get the snowsuit on, and then you've got to like get the boots on, and then the dog is in the garage getting like, and then you got to get the dog ready, and then are you bringing the toboggan or is it stroller? Because there's no like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then once you get outside, it's probably been 15 minutes, and you were just kind of barely throwing a jacket on and going, and then yeah, the dog's got to go for like a 15-20 minute walk, and you're hoping there's no wind, but
And you're
you
sweating
know,
already.
yeah, but if the kid is cranky and tired, your kid's cranky or tired, like it's the warms are going to be instead of 5 minutes, they're going to be 7 or 8 because they're just going to run around for 3 minutes because they don't want to put it on. So yeah, lack of sleep can be a trying time.
It's just so much fun. And you know what? Like I was thinking about this this morning as I was just like having a coffee and reading. I'm like, there's two families in my daughter's dance group, and they have three kids, right? Both of them have the both families there have three kids, and thinking like, what is like bedtime right there? And it must just be such like an organized coordinated event. Like you would be up there with like a special forces military operation with the communication level and the set plans and plays and routines. My hat tips to them because I have one child and I don't know how people do more than one. Like you have two, and then more than that is just wild to me. Like kudos, good job, people, keep it up.
It's almost like you've got to lower the expectation. From what I've heard, is like you almost lower the expectation to have any normal or any kind of like it, like almost like not. This is gonna sound bad, but initiative or ambition to like do anything else, because yeah, you're like you said, you have three of them that you're trying to get through, and it's a very temporary stage, right? So it's not like you're just giving up ambition for the rest of your life or whatever. This sounds so bad.
Yeah, this is great. We do
I'm
love our
not
families.
I'm
We
not
love kids.
explaining it very well, but um, you just know you're going to be in the thick of it for for three kids worth, and then it'll get better. Like I think already we co-sleep with our son. Like we stay in the room with him until he falls asleep. And hopefully he sleeps through the night, but most nights he doesn't. So we got to go back in there with him, kind of thing. But we know that's also temporary because he's already starting to tell us like, "No, I want to get out." And then you got to ask him because like you're like, "Okay, you want me to leave?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, if I leave, there's no one in here." I'm like, "Do you want me to leave?" He goes, "No." I'm like, "Okay," but eventually that no will become a yes, and he'll fall
Yeah,
asleep. So it's kind of temporary, right?
yeah, which is which is good, but also sad at the same time, right? Like our daughter's almost 7, and we still read books to her in bed, and then she falls asleep. So I don't want to get rid of that, like, and that's the selfish part, right? Like I love if she's falling asleep like on my shoulder. And
Mm-hmm.
that's just the little, you don't want to let go of the little girl type thing, right? Like in her. So, and I know it's going to come to an end. So I'm trying to soak it up as much as possible because we've talked about this before. In the back of my head is that stupid meme that I read, or the saying, that, one of these days you're going to pick her up for the last time and you didn't know. And I'm like, no, why does that have to play in my head rent free so much? So
Yeah,
much.
yeah. For us, it's like one of these days, and you obviously, I don't think of it when he's it's being a really hard put down, like a really hard nights. But yeah, one of these days he's gonna ask you to not stay in. So I say, okay,
Hmm. But then, like
try to
you
remember
said,
that.
yeah, and like you said, it's temporary. We're like in a couple of years from now, dad might be asleep by the time she gets home from her part-time job after school when she goes to work, right? Like it's one of those things where you got to put it in perspective that yeah, it's hard now, but it's gonna be you're gonna miss that to an extent, I'm sure.
Gives you an appreciation for what your parents have gone through too. You know, it's like one thing. Like obviously, we're in the thick of it, um, but someone did that for us.
Yeah. I mean, we probably were just perfect kids, and when our parents said it's bedtime, we said, "All right, thanks, good night, mom and dad." Gave hugs and kisses, and walked upstairs, put ourselves to bed. Of course, right?
We asked to go to bed. Yeah, we asked to go
That's
to bed.
We had to remind our parents in the 80s and early 90s that, hey, I'm over here. I need to go to sleep at some point. Is that okay?
I haven't had much water today. Is it okay if I go to bed?
Yeah, that's right. The faucet on the hose isn't working well, so I didn't drink too much, but I drank from the river, so I should be okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I think bedtime is definitely like a shared experience that parents across the world can enjoy with, right? Like we've all been there. We've all had those times, and there's sometimes where like last night, well, we read 2 pages of but we looked at 2 pages of like an I Spy dinosaur book, and then the halfway through the second page, she's like, "You know what, Dad? I'm kind of really tired. Can we just turn the light off?" I'm like, "Bingo." But then I fell asleep at the same time. Woke up a half hour later. Like, why do I do this to myself?
What do you do when you fall asleep in the room at night? And like maybe half hour is a bad example, but if you fall asleep at for an hour, what do you do? Do you just go to bed, or do you go down the tasks you left for yourself?
I think it all depends, right? Like last night I didn't do what I would normally do. Like there's like normally I like to I'm not like a necessarily like a big clean freak or anything, but I do like cleaning the countertops before I go to bed. For some reason, just waking up with clean countertops, bare countertops, it just puts me in a good mood at the start. Um,
Yep.
Nice little tidbit info about me, everyone. But if I fell asleep for like an hour or more, I'd come first. I'd ask my wife, "What happened? Where was my backup call on this?" Try and blame someone else for me not getting everything done, right? Except for myself.
Why didn't you
I
wake
think you
me
just
up?
got.
So, yeah. What do you mean?
I think you just got to
Yeah.
roll into it, buddy. I think you just got to go across the hall and straight back to bed. And be like, you know what? I messed up. Tonight's a wash. This one's on me. How about you? Do you feel great?
I'll if I fall asleep, I've learned that if I fall asleep for like 45 minutes or an hour, um, just go to bed. Like there might be like I might need to take the dog out quick, but then it's like no, just shut it down for the rest of the night. Because if I stay up, I'm like tricking myself that I'm up, and then I can't fall asleep, and then invariably my son's up in the middle of the night too. So it's like just go to bed. Like sometimes, depending on how long it's been, I'll just stay there with him,
Yeah.
because I know like the last thing I want to do is like move, can't fall asleep, and then I'm like disrupting my wife's sleep. So I might just stay in the bed in the like the little nugget that we put next to his bed. Um, but yeah, I learned the hard way that if I get up and start like, oh no, I'm fine, I got to do this, this, and this, then I'm probably not sleeping that night. So it's better just like I said, get get the next day stuff done, like the countertops done. Go to nights, and then if you fall asleep, you're just asleep. You're getting
You ever,
an early bed.
do you ever make a mistake of like when you wake up, you roll over, you look at you look at your phone, just be like, oh, I'm just gonna look at this thing really quick. This little computer that has the info of all the entire world, real quick, and I'll go right back to sleep, and then you're just up.
Yeah, I try not. I try not. I'll look at the time, but just to get like a. I don't know why I do that, but no, I don't. I definitely don't open the internet up at that in the middle
What
of the night.
I
I
guess what were there?
couldn't imagine.
Yeah, you just get sad, right? When you start like looking at stuff, and you're just like, the world we're in at this time.
Yeah, I'm
You're out
just
there.
what am I missing? Just like a couple people's stories and stuff. Like I'll either see them tomorrow or I won't, and I'd probably be unaffected either way.
What is speaking of which, what is your like? Do you have just a rule just for your own personal self for social media after a certain time or nighttime, or what do you do?
I have a little thing on my phone that caps my Instagram for 20 minutes a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So it's just
yeah. I try to.
kettlebell
I,
workouts.
I try. Yeah, I mean, and that includes it. I try to adhere to it. I mean, I could always like not ignore it, but I could bypass it. But I mean, it recognize that days that I don't even hit the cap, I feel way better the next day than days where I'm on there for 3 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So your like daily average screen time must be way down.
It is kind of high because I do use other apps. I'll use like the timer or the Spotify. Sometimes it does bug me though. Like I do track the screen time, and it does bug
Mhm.
me if I have screen time. I left like Spotify open. Yeah, I'll still have or emails or kind of things. I just try to limit the algorithms. How about
Yeah.
you? What are
Uh,
your hard and fast rules?
I try to be better than what I am in real life, I guess, right? Like I try to be like, hey, after 8, I'm not going to sit there and doom scroll. And if I have a book, like that's the thing. If I'm reading, I'm usually pretty good, right? Like I can keep my screen time down. But I'm like you, right? Like at work, people use my personal phone more than my work phone all the time, right? And I've always just done it that way. So like I am on it quite a bit there, and I hate it. But I just my thing is to try and avoid doom scrolling. But for me, it's like one step at a time. I'm in January now, and so far, starting in the new year, I've avoided just spoonfuls of peanut butter. So once I've
Mm.
tackled my addiction of just like pure peanut butter, like craft peanut butter, then maybe I'm gonna look at making sure I don't doom scroll after like 8 p.m. But I also hate when I'm watching something, and I'm sure there's lots of parents out here that can, appreciate this. Like when you're on your phone, but then your kid's like, "Hey, Dad, watch this," but they have to ask you like more than twice because you're just like watching something, but you're trying to finish it. You're like, "Is this really that? Like, does it matter what I'm watching
Yeah,
online versus like being here to watch the exact same cartwheel?" Like, I'd rather just watch the cartwheel, but like you catch yourself, and then you just, "Oh wow, I'm a wonderful parent."
our guy will say no phones, and I'm like, he recognizes already. He's like, no phones, off your phone, and it's like, so I thought I throw it in the other room. So now like me and him do our thing. I know I just leave it in the room. If it's in my pocket, I almost want to like just hold it. It's the worst, right? It's the worst
Hmm.
like addiction that you don't realize is an addiction. Um, so I just leave it in a different room,
Yeah,
and that
and
way,
then you have
I mean, it annoys the shit out of my wife because I do lose track of time, or she might be messaging me about something. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's like that's the part. Like I also don't feel like I should have it just in case she's messaging me. Like we're in the same house, so
Yeah, I mean, I also have the Apple Watch, right, that tells me if someone messages me. But then I find the thing where like I read it on my watch the message, and then I think I replied, or I'm like, oh, I'll reply later, and then I don't, and then like days go by and I didn't get back to like an important message. I mean, I guess we got to remind ourselves like we grew up in a time, a good part of our life where we didn't have that and things functioned, right? But that just goes to that whole like existential, topic of like the instant access and unfettered access to you that people now have, right?
Yeah. How much peanut butter are you eating?
There's a time where I'd
Like
have
a
like
like a like
three big
like a big,
spoonfuls.
how much? Sorry,
Yeah.
how much? Like, are you going through like a huge thing of craft peanut butter a week?
It wouldn't be like a week, but like there would be like if I'm sitting on the couch and like it's like
10,
8:30, the house is
like
calm.
10 days
I
and you're
would,
just piling through one of those mega teddy bear sized peanut butter jars.
yeah, like it'd probably be like a week, like 2 or 3 weeks. But like it was at the point where it's like I'm probably just swinging kettlebells just so I could, keep my peanut butter fix in check, so that I'm not just becoming a bag of peanut butter essentially.
And is it craft, or was it all kinds of like nut butters and stuff? Because I mean, obviously you get into the other types and they get more expensive, or you get like the healthy peanut butters that are way
No,
more expensive than craft. I think craft is
just
better, to be
I
honest.
love Kraft. I love it. Kraft, if you're listening, we'd love to work with you, but I am trying to kick my habit. And it was actually funny. It was it was the same guy, that my old hockey billet, that put me in check about my garage. Remember we talked about a couple episodes ago? And it was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
day
yeah.
4. He's staying with us. He's like, "Really, Josh? Another peanut butter? Another spoon of peanut butter?" Because it'd just be like a mound of peanut butter on a big spoon, not a small spoon, not the small, but the big one, right? And like, you leave me alone, man. You're just out here destroying my life. I was happy till you came. So now I'm like, what
Uh,
can I substitute it with? Do I try and trick myself, or it's like, hey, if I'm eating like baby carrots or cucumber pieces or plums or whatever, is it actually the peanut butter I'm craving or just like something right now? Right? Like, do I need a crunch and I can just
mm,
find like a plum or whatever it is, right? If I can I do that at work now. If I'm really hungry, I'll just run down to the grocery store and get a small. I know baby carrots aren't great for you, but it's better than buying like a Kit Kat or peanut butter cups, which I would do for sure. It's a thing, right? I got an addiction. There you go. I
that's
admitted it. I'm
your
addicted to peanut butter.
new year, new you. You're on top
That's
of it,
right. That's right. But I haven't had a single spoonful of peanut butter in 2016, so I think I'm over the hump.
dude. 2016 was 10 years ago.
Oh my god. Got me. I'm all discombobulated here thinking about peanut
You're
butter.
you're, you're on the trend. You're on the trend.
26. I haven't had a single scoop of peanut butter in 2026.
20, 2016, Josh. Well, doesn't even know they're addicted to peanut butter.
That's right. He doesn't know what's coming because in 2016, that's when I did my Iron Man. My full Iron Man was in 2016.
2016, Josh didn't know he wasn't being held down by the peanut butter,
No, he was
the
out there
peanut
just
butter,
grinding.
and
Oh,
probably
it's
that's when
funny.
you could have
Probably when I should
afforded
have
to have
had
a
it
peanut
more.
butter addiction.
Absolutely. I'm out there running
Yeah,
180 pounds. Just me against the world, buddy.
just
Just out there
cruising.
solo. Oh, buddy. What else you got to go today?
I gotta actually jet. You okay if we end it?
I'm great. I think this is a perfect spot.
Okay. Well, that's what I got going on. I'm gonna take off. So I'm Andrew.
And I'm still Josh. And together, we were just
Together
dads
we're
who swing.
sweet
One day we will
peanut butter
practice.
all over.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, they'll get it.